guys, I'm Layla. Welcome to Raid Lore Stories. Today's lore story is going to be for Aelia Lifebraid. Raid just recently added a bunch of new lore stories for the Sylvan Watchers, so let's check her out. In a time of terrible corruption and death, Aelia was a giver of purity in life. A dire evil had engulfed the heart tree of the Sylvan, and tendrils of darkness were weaving their way throughout the mistwood, root, and branch. General unease and sporadic violence gave way to increasingly anarchy and immense suffering. Waves of twisted fae tore through the woods, strained the defense of countless Sylvan settlements. Madness turned friends and kin against each other, and the empathic connection of the rhythm meant the insanity could easily spread. It took incredible effort for Sylvans such as Aelia to pull away from the psychic milieu of the now corrupted rhythm, the primal heartbeat that had nurtured and sustained them all their days. The caw of Syrah's perverted heart tree was intense, but for some, their revulsion and terror at what their beloved rhythm had become was enough to overcome its darkly powerful attractive force. Aelia and her fellow resistors fled their fallen homes as refugees, seeking supplies to Sor and allies. Decades elapsed as the mistwood churned, with evil and the struggle to redeem it raged on. Aelia, though vengeance was on her mind, more keenly felt a terrible sorrow and pity for the suffering of her people. Most of the survivors bore wounds from basic traumas or from the ichor-slickened claws of the corrupted fae, which brought grievous long-term festering affliction. Heartbroken, Aelia retreated to fond memories of childhood. Her fae father was a minor noble and often absent, but Aelia's elf mother was a devoted guardian. Aelia remembered golden days of sunshine amid the lush boughs, when her mother would sing elf songs to her and braid her long hair, filling her heart with gladness and warmth. She wept for such bygone days, for fear they might never come again. But the tears hardened her resolve, and she sought out the healers treating the injured. She asked to take up apprenticeship among them, and they were glad to have an extra set of hands to aid in their constant urgent work. In both mythical and mundane healing techniques, Aelia proved a natural talent. She sang her mother's songs, wove petals to the hair of the stricken, and prayed for the mercy of nature untainted, for life to pardon old wounds with new flesh, and forgive slights with new growth. Her radiant compassion and the high level of care and attention she always gave to her charges led to miraculous recoveries. She came to be called Lifebraid, for her distinctive locks and for the way she seemed to weave a thread of health into the sickly. Aelia was thrilled to see the fruits of her labor, the smiles of those whose limbs were restored to function, whose internal ailments had abated. If only the Sylvan could have had all the time they needed to heal from their trauma. However, their struggle could not let them rest. War followed them, and Aelia was forced to take up sword and shield to defend herself, and her patience from the spies, outriders, and vanguards of Mistwood's horde of terrors. Necessity made a fine warrior out of her, but even in battle she sang her healing songs and prayed for the redemption of the corrupted that she had to slay. After some 2 centuries of strife, with the help of a newfound coalition, the Sylvan prevailed. Aelia lived to see this glorious victory, still alive in the twilight of a long lifespan, given generously of everything she could. Such dedication did not go unnoticed by the Arbiter, who knew Teleria would need Aelia in the future. Okay, so this is one of the newer songs where they actually do introduce the Arbiter again. A lot of the older stories have the Arbiter making some kind of appearance. And so we do see that here as well too, is that they're saying because of Aelia's kindness and everything that she gave, the Arbiter did take notice of her and saying that she was going to be needed probably in the battles of the future, right? Guys, drop some comments down below what you think of the lore story for Aelia, and thanks for watching.